Toronto, your turn to face my rant's wrath. Here we go.
GDLT.
Close my eyes, peaceful.
I act a fool in a party, shawty. I pop two of them mollies. I act a fool in a party, shawty. I pop two of them mollies. Feeling real gnarly, darling. I set the mood, let's get naughty.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy, the Rap back at it with another city rant. And this time, I'm taking it up to the north with this one. And the one, the only, TRONTO, Canada. Yes, I'm talking about Raptors, also known as Jurassic Park, or as I call it Jurassic Park. I don't know if anybody else calls it Jurassic Park, but this time I'm focusing on one part of Canada, and that is Toronto. Now, Toronto is a beautiful city, don't get me wrong. It's a beautiful city, and it has that one main attraction, Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls, everybody, is the main attraction when it comes to Toronto. Whenever somebody thinks of Toronto, they think of Niagara Falls, Raptors. So it's one of the two. But it is it's a beautiful city, but you know, it has its ups and downs when it comes to crime and whatnot, because I thought Canada would be a good place to stay in. Like, I thought it would be a good state to stay in. But hey, weed is legal in Canada, so I can give that props up to that. But enough about that. Let's get on to the rant. I want to know what makes Toronto so special. Like, what makes it so special? Is it the scenery? Is it the vibes? Or is it the Drake thing that everybody has? Everybody is wondering, like, what's so special about Toronto? Other than the fact that Drake fans keep calling it the sixth, and whenever Drake's in town, oh, it's the sixth guard. There go the sixth guard. Like, I ain't never seen that much excitement ever since they won the championship. Like, I ain't never seen that much excitement. And one other thing about Toronto is, I want to know why y'all roads are so bumpy. I know I never been to Toronto. I'm just saying from the outside looking in, because somebody told me that in Canada their roads are very, very like bumpy. They ain't bumpy, but they bumpy. Like their roads are always under construction. And the people that's there, like the wannabe tough guys over there, I wonder, why does Canada have that? Like, Canada, I was told that Toronto has so many wannabe tough guys over there. Like, what is the point of that, bro? Like, what is the point of being a tough guy in a cold city? Like, that just makes zero sense to me. Like, you should be fighting the cold, not fighting your ops. But, excuse me for that, but y'all should do that, because I know it's cold. It get cold as hell in the wintertime. It get cold. Like, because due to Canada being in the north and whatnot, due to that, I know it's cold as hell. But y'all sports teams, I'm mad at y'all sports teams though. And it's one team in particular, and that's the Toronto Blue Jays. I don't know why y'all traded Vlad. I don't know why y'all did that. Vladdy was the best one on y'all team. Why did y'all trade him? Like, that makes zero sense over here. Like, I be watching baseball, and I watch a little bit of the Toronto Blue Jays game. And every time I look at the game, I do not see Vlad out there. Why y'all traded Vladimir Dracula for? What did he do? He was sucking the blood out of y'all opponents or something? Like, he was doing that? Y'all made me mad with that one, because Vlad was one of the best players on y'all team, and y'all just threw him away like he was garbage. Pure D garbage, bro. Like, that is unacceptable by any means necessary. Why did y'all do that? I don't know. It is not my decision. Y'all went with it, and everybody just looked at y'all, especially all the Blue Jays fans out there. They looked at y'all like, oh my God, y'all just made the worst decision of y'all life. Because Vlad was the best one on y'all team. Vlad was the best dude on there. Well, He was one of the best dudes on there. But don't get me wrong, he's a good player. But he doesn't compare to Shohei. But we ain't finna do the political debates about who's the best player of which team. We ain't gonna do that. But y'all do got one GOAT on there. Y'all got many GOATs coming out of Canada. Y'all got many GOATs. Whether it's wrestling, basketball, baseball, hockey. Y'all got some GOATs out there. But I can name a few wrestling GOATs out there. You got Edge, Christian, Trish Stratus, Gail Kim. He who shall not be named because the unforgivable acts he did. Chris Benoit. Y'all got let me see who else. Y'all got Roger Clemens. Y'all got all of them. Y'all got Wayne Gretzky. You know, I gotta get a Edmonton Oilers jersey of Wayne Gretzky one day. I know it's because believe it or not, that's Canada. That's y'all prestige favorite son of Canada. Y'all love Wayne Gretzky so fucking much. He's y'all favorite son of Canada. He's y'all favorite boy. But I understand why, because he hails from Edmonton, Alberta, and he played for the Oilers as his first team. He also played for the St. Louis Blues and the Texas Rangers, but the most important team that he ever played for was the Edmonton Oilers. He played for the Edmonton Oilers, and that was his most popular team up to date. So, yeah, I can see why y'all call him Canada's favorite son. So, and I heard y'all are half Bears over there. Is that true? Please tell me. Let me know in the comments below, because y'all Canadians look strong as hell, bro. I would be afraid to fight a Canadian, bro. I would be afraid, like downright afraid, like, because what if he turned into a bear mid-fight and just throws me out of the window somewhere? Like, I would be scared, bro. Why would anybody want to fight a Canadian? Why would anybody want to fight a Canadian, bro? I'm pretty sure y'all are half bears and y'all got super strength somewhere. Y'all are meta-humans, but y'all just don't tell anybody about it because y'all afraid to be experimented on. But we ain't gonna talk about that. Also, the thing with the syrup, the thing with maple syrup, I know it comes from there, but I'm not gonna lie, I will be looking at y'all crazy if y'all pull out some maple syrup and I have some pancakes and they're just dry, and y'all look at me like you want some syrup with that, and you don't pull out a bottle of syrup. I'm just gonna throw my pancakes away. I'm just gonna throw my pancakes away, because what's the point of eating pancakes if you don't got any syrup? What's the point of that? Like, real talk, that is disturbing. You eating pancakes dry, it's like eating a Popeye's biscuit dry. And we know what those things can do, because they are bricks compared to everything else. But I'm gonna tell y'all a little something about the Toronto Raptors. Now, the Toronto Raptors weren't a team until 1992. You know how long that's been? That's been 30 plus years ago. That's been 30 plus years ago, and they played against Michael Jordan, and they tumbled in that game. So we ain't gonna talk about that, because I know y'all, it's some Toronto Raptor fans that are still sore about losing to Michael Jordan in his 92 Bulls. That's where he got the where he got his, like, what, second championship? I don't know. I gotta look at that. But I believe he played Toronto in a series or something. They won, and the Bulls won against Toronto. So I'm not finna get in there, because I don't want them Toronto boys at my door ready to kick my chest in for no reason, just because I was saying y'all lost to Michael Jordan and his Bulls. I don't want my chest caved in by them Toronto boys. Also, as far as wrestlers go, y'all got plenty of wrestlers coming out of the Canada. The ones I mentioned, especially he who not be mentioned because his horrific crimes that day in 2007. Y'all got a lot of Canadians coming out of there. The Hart family dynasty. The Hart dynasty is one of the popular ones. I'm gonna phrase it. They are one of the most popular families to come out of Canadian wrestling. They are the most popular ones. If you watched wrestling in the 90s, then you know what I'm talking about. The Montreal Screwjob, that was a heinous event that happened in wrestling. That was a heinous event, and it happened in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, or as people call it, French Canada, because they speak French down there. And I would like to learn that one day. I would like to learn that. That sounds like a very interesting thing to do. Like, because you know, it's interesting to learn new languages and whatnot, and you have to be bilingual in this world. Because some jobs you have to be bilingual. Other than speaking English, you have to speak Spanish, you have to speak French, you have to speak French, you know, all them languages and whatnot. So yeah, it'd be interesting for me to do. If y'all can teach me a few French phrases, y'all can comment down below as well. But back to the rant. The Hart family are one of the most popular ones that come out of Canada, because they were trained by their father, which is Stu Hart. Yes, I'm a little bit of a wrestling nerd if you didn't get that. But yeah, their father trained them in the art of wrestling, and two of the most iconic figures to come out of the wrestling dungeon are Bret and Owen Hart. Those two were the best ones out of the clique. With tragic passing of Owen, Bret left WWE because of bad blood. You know? And also, the main reason he left WWE is because he got screwed. The Montreal Screwjob took place on November 9th, 1997 in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. If you watched wrestling, then you know what happened. Shawn Michaels screwed Bret Hart, and Bret Hart didn't tap. So Vince ran over to the ring and said, ring the goddamn bell, ring the damn bell. And it wasn't no content. It was none of that. It was just pure wrestling. He didn't tap out. He wasn't pinned to the mat or none of that. And Bret Hart did not like that. Bret Hart didn't like that. So he spat in his face and did that in the air, letting people know that he was gonna officially leave WWE and jump ship to WCW. So Montreal, Canada in general, has some amazing talent coming out of there. But as far as wrestling wise, and as far as underground talent wise, that is a whole different ballpark, because that right there is very balanced, I say, because you don't hear a lot of rappers coming out of Canada now, do you? Be real, let's be real. You do not hear a lot of rappers coming out of Canada, other than Drake. Let me take that back. Artists, you don't hear a lot of artists coming out of Canada now, do you? Be real, let's be real here. Other than Drake, Tory Lanez, The Weeknd, those three, you don't hear nobody else coming out of Canada. Nobody else. Because it's an underrated scene, to be honest. It's an underrated scene when it comes to music-wise. Like, music talent, music-wise, it's underrated. It's very underrated, because you don't hear from a lot of people being from Canada that's making it out. And we not gonna talk about Celine Dion. Please do not mention her, because if you mention her, your eardrums are gonna bust out blood. Please. So let's not mention Celine Dion. Please don't, because it is crazy that nobody has heard from her in a long ass time. Nobody has heard from her. And it's been, what? I don't know how long it's been since she dropped the album. So. But, again, if you mention Celine Dion, your eardrums will bleed. Like, that is wild, to me. That is wild, because, you know, everybody clowns her for having this high-pitched voice whenever she hits that high note. It's like Mariah Carey, but a little more shriller. And we're not going to talk about Mariah Carey because she is defrosting at the moment. Let's get ready for that day, everybody, because when it comes, it's gonna be effective. It's gonna be effective because everybody's gonna hear that damn song talking about some all I want for Christmas is you. It's bad enough you hear it at McDonald's. They playing it on the radio, which is very guilt trippish because that song has been out for a long time and y'all still play it like it's brand new. And all y'all doing is giving her money from that. Like, nobody wants to hear all I want for Christmas is you. Like, we get it, Mariah. You want us for Christmas, or we want you for Christmas. But yes, the icy queen herself is defrosting at the moment. So let's give it till a good late November, early December for her to, start cracking the ice and whatnot. Then when Christmas comes, boom, she's right there, ready to go. Then she steps back into it and gets frozen back to until December of next year, which is scary because I don't want to hear Mariah Carey all the fucking time. She's a phenomenal artist, don't get me wrong, but that song will drive you deliriously insane because you hear it all the time on the radio, at McDonald's, every restaurant, every mall. You gonna hear it all around, and you will get tired of it. It's gonna be to the point where you want to gouge your own ears out. It's getting to that point because it's insane that they play that song so many times. You'll have an earworm for that song. You'll have an earworm for it because it's everywhere. It's addictive. It's just everywhere. Like, you don't want to hear that. But I was getting a little off topic about that. But I want to know. I got another question for Canada. Why y'all roads are always constructed, bro? What is wrong with y'all roads? Like, y'all don't have proper roads, bro? Like, it's always under construction. One person told me that y'all roads are always under construction. And it's crazy out there in Canada. It's crazy. I mean, I'm pretty sure y'all got to deal with abominable snowmen, bears, and all that, It's crazy that y'all got two of those things right there. And one is a myth and the other is real, which is scary. But if y'all see an abominable snowman over there, do not run to him. Run from him. And I'm pretty sure y'all got some big ass moose over there as well. So I would be scared to come into Canada if it came down to it. I'd be scared. But I'm pretty sure y'all got some decent people over there in Canada. More specifically, Toronto. Y'all got some decent people over there, and y'all got that one attraction that everybody goes to whenever they visit Toronto. They visit Niagara Falls. They visit Niagara Falls and take pictures over there like it's they last breath or something. Shoot, and I get it that it's a phenomenal tourist attraction, but I wouldn't jump off of that far because you have the point of no return. You basically unalive yourself as you jump off there because I'm not gonna lie, that is a long way down. That is a long way down. Toronto has a very wild exhibit. Niagara Falls, everybody, because it is. You take that step, boom. That's all you gonna hear. What happened to him? He jumped off. Well, we can't rescue him because he's dead. He's unalived. We're gonna have to move on now. But as far as like that goes, y'all, I'm pretty sure y'all got a good vibe down there. A lot of things to see, a lot of things to experience, a lot of things to do over there. But I always wanted to go to a Toronto Raptors game. It's just like ever since Vince Carter made it over there, it's non-stop, bro. Like, Vince Carter has been playing for that team for so long. I done lost count. I really done lost count on how long he played for the Toronto Raptors. But when 2000 came, Vinsanity insanity has officially struck, and he was making Toronto one of the best teams out there. Again, they weren't a team until 1992. So in 2000, when Vince Carter was playing for him, he made the whole scene different. Like back then, when the NBA wasn't soft and whatnot, it was a different game back then too. Everybody knows if they watched NBA from the 80s all the way to the 2010s, you know how the NBA was. Everybody was on demon mode over there. Like Michael Jordan was a major shit talker. Kevin Garnett was too. Everybody in the NBA used to talk shit back then. They still do a little bit, but back then, oh no, it was a war zone. It was very war. You wasn't stepping on the court for shits and giggles. You was stepping on the court to play. It was a mental game, to be honest. It was a mental game, like, because anything can happen on that court. I mean, look at Ron Artest. He started the Malice at the Palace in 2004 and got the whole NBA fined $11.4 million. So it can happen. Anything can happen out there on that court. So you gotta watch you talk that stuff to wisely, because they will show you up. And you got all these killers out there. You had Tracy McGrady, you had Vince Carter, you had Allen Iverson, you had all them killers out there. Especially T-Mac. T-Mac was a killer back then. It was wild as hell to see T-Mac play a single game. Like, it was wild. But it was also a dope experience, because T-Mac was a killer out there. T-Mac was a full-on killer. Vince Carter was too. Vince Carter was a murderer out there on the court. Like, you get posterized by Vince Carter, you might well just sit the whole game. You might well just sit the rest of the game now, because he done posterized you and made you a meme. He was a savage out there. And dare you guard him. He was a tough dude to guard. T-Mac was too. You're not finna lock up T-Mac so easily though. You're not finna lock him up. You're not locking him up. You're gonna have to fight T-Mac to lock him up. Just go ahead and fight him, because T-Mac is not gonna let you go. Just gonna lock him. You can't guard him. You can't lock him up. You can't do offensive on him, because T-Mac is all over. He is all over you. So stepping in the NBA courts back then, it was war. It was war. There were no friends on the court, none whatsoever. Especially in the 90s, the 90s basketball, it was a catastrophe. It was a catastrophe, because not only you had Michael Jordan, everybody was scared of Michael Jordan. Everybody was scared of him. You step to him if you want to. You're gonna be a poster. You're gonna be a meme. You finna be a meme, because because that man right there, Michael Jordan, was nobody to play with. Because when he came back from retirement, I was watching basketball clips. Michael Jordan was everywhere. This man was a monster back then. He was a monster. And that's why everybody calls him the GOAT of 90s basketball. He's one of the GOATs of 90s basketball. Until Michael Jordan was a different breed back then. T-Mac was a different breed back then. Vince Carter was a different breed back then. Everybody that played 90s basketball was a different breed back then. Tim Duncan, he was different. But I ain't gonna lie, I would love to go to a Toronto Raptors game. Just one good time. Just to get an experience and a thrill to see back them up close and personal, just playing and doing what they do. Because, like, I grew up watching basketball and seeing Vince Carter dunk the ball and whatnot, breaking the backboard like Shaq and whatnot. So yeah, I always wanted to see old Vince Carter just, well, I can watch him on YouTube. I'm not even gonna lie, I can watch it on TV, on YouTube and whatnot. But I'm pretty sure watching it on TV beats it and compares to nothing watching it in person, because you get to see more. You get to see more depth, more range. You might be able to steal a stat sheet from the coach, but I'm not gonna talk about that. But yeah, that would be a extreme blessing to go to a Toronto Raptors game. But I got to deal with the cold, so that's gonna be a hell of a challenge. I got to deal with the cold. I done forgot about that. That Toronto is the neighbor of the North. Canada, the whole state of Canada is our neighbor to the north, and we got to deal with the coldness. I'm pretty sure it ain't cold right now, but when it gets cold, like what, October, November, December, you got to deal with that. I can't imagine just a winter in Canada. Just a winter in Canada. Like fall, it might be straight, but a winter in Canada, oh Lord, that is a whole nother ballpark and a whole nother league. But that was my rant on Toronto. Please like, subscribe, and please like, share, subscribe, and comment below, and I'll catch y'all on the next City Rant. This is the Rebel Star signing out, and I hope y'all have a fantastic day. Peace.